What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Iron Blerdz. Tonight, we decided to do something a little differently, so we're going to come at you raw and uncut. Take it how you want it. But
Raw.
tonight, as always, I'm your host, Azari, and with me tonight, we have Snow, the protagonist. Say what's up, Snow?
Hey man, I'm eating chicken. I'm so sorry.
And we have Black Star. What's going on, Black Star?
Yo, what's up?
And as always, with the coolest vocals, we have Icy Notes.
Hello, is it me? Oh.
You just had to go there, right? Pass the mic, Mariah. So tonight,
Hold on, wait a minute. Before we get,
What?
hold on.
What?
Black Star. I have got to say this. It's going to be recorded, and I know that you've been combing that beard forever.
Why?
You remember on Poetic Justice when he had the brush and they were never waving?
Yeah, she was like, "That's right, brush that weak ass fade."
Blackstar been combing
Sorry,
his
that
beard.
just
Look.
give me those vibes. I'm sorry.
Blackstar
still
been combing his
calm,
beard
because-
since episode 1.
It's a thing, and I'm gonna continue doing my thing forever and then some. My hair will be forever combed and brushed.
It just won't be
It's an
wavy.
iconic thing. Maybe
Well-
wave up at the stuff. That's all that matters.
He's just always ready
Well,
for the bust down. Whenever the bust down happens, he's ready.
Yeah.
Well, something gotta eventually. Some changes are supposed to happen. But anyway.
Yeah.
So as you can see tonight, we kicking it with the Blerds, just chilling out, talking, shooting the breeze, bullshitting, whatever you want to call it, and apparently talking about Black Star's beard. So.
Maybe
I
alright.
I love your beard. I like your beard.
I mean, do you trim it? How long has it been the same length? I mean, is this really a is this really what we're gonna talk about?
I cut my beard off because it has to be back in 4 weeks or so like that, just a normal length. So if I don't cut it, brother, it'll be back to wild, man.
See, I don't
Let
like
me
fucking
consider
haircuts
this.
because that's why I wear most of these all the time, because I'll have to get a haircut every week to not look like I just walked out of a forest somewhere.
I would like to point out one thing while you're pointing towards your head. Nobody can see you pointing to your head wearing a wave cap on.
No, they might see
I
this
think that's
eventually.
more for us.
Yeah, but they might.
No, they don't see the
Don't you see
video.
the
If you don't see the video, if you don't see a video, he's pointing at his wave cap.
Okay, well, I have on a do-rag for all those who won't see this.
For the audio listeners,
Yes.
he's just pointing to his do
Yes.
as I'm
And
so
for-
glad
If
we're not
anybody
being
saying like I'm
recorded
pointing
right
to
now.
this and be like, what is he pointing at? I'm like, that's awkward.
And if
Whatever.
anybody's interested in the exact details, my hair is natural black. It's curly and it grows relatively fast. So I wear a do-rag majority of the time. There we go.
They not wrong with it.
There you go. Now you just pointing your head. You're just filling in with filler or anything
I was
else.
I was thinking about a video because obviously I can see myself.
I
Obviously
can't
y'all can see
remember.
me.
I can't remember the last time I actually had a haircut.
I can
I'm
see
going for the
everybody
I'm
blurred,
going
but
for-
I see y'all.
I'm going for like the
Sure.
the handsome hobo / Black Jesus look, as you guys can obviously tell. People got- so I don't know.
Black Jesus.
Apparently,
They
I'm
can't.
going for Rick
Apparently,
Ross,
they can't
so-
see us. According to
There you go.
Blackstar, nobody's ever
Yeah.
gonna see us.
They'll see us eventually once they follow the link.
Yeah.
Follow
Well,
links and stuff.
for all
to
the
see
people
us
who
on
are
top,
wondering-
you'll see us.
For the people who are wondering
They
why I
might
look
see
like,
us through the-
just take Jesus and then make him black, and that's literally what I look like.
There are like 50
You know
Or
what?
black.
Just say the guy from. Remember the guy from Oz in the wheelchair? There you go.
that way.
Because I think he did play Jesus in Girlfriends. He did.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Holy crap.
He's had dreads for forever, hasn't he?
That's
Yeah,
wild.
I think he cut him off now though.
Oh yeah, I think so. Did he have him in was it Best Man Holiday?
Yeah, I think he started off with him, and then I think when they got to the other movies, I think they were cut off by then. I think. I could
I
be
know
wrong.
I know he had him in the one. That movie was so long ago.
Yeah, it was.
So I can't remember. I think he had him in the first one. I'm pretty sure he did.
Mhm.
So who knows?
Did you guys hear?
But
About that.
Did you guys hear about that?
Okay.
Since we're just shooting the shit, I figured I'd bring it up because this is super wild and fascinating. Did you guys hear about that? What was it? The submarine thing, the Titanic submarine thing.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this something we
Yeah.
should be talking about right now? Because you know,
It's been long
yeah.
enough.
I mean,
It's been
why
long
not?
enough. We got some thoughts on it.
I mean, this is uncut, right?
This is raw uncut.
Yeah.
Is it though? Is it though? Are we really going?
Ready to get
I
us
mean,
canceled?
didn't we just talk about going down the rabbit hole?
You
We're
ready?
going down the rabbit hole.
I want to climb out of this one. I'm canceled. Don't look good plastered across my face and stuff.
We're
I
not
don't
gonna be
know.
canceled. Everybody done talked about that.
You don't know the internet. Let me tell you a few things about the intranet.
Well, to be fair, by the time this one actually airs, it'll probably be well in enough the future where it won't be such a
Will it be edited?
You don't
Think it'll be
know.
edited.
It might air sooner than you think. You don't know.
But to say we ain't got to put this through production, so
Yeah,
So,
we don't get this all messed up.
huh?
The bones and all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
this is.
all
I
right.
might get up and go get me something to drink.
What about the
Well, I don't have
ships
anything
now?
about.
What
I don't have
about
anything
this?
about submarines or anything like that. But I will say something to this.
Yeah, I just think the whole thing is wild and wacky.
It is.
It is.
How much dumb people getting a dumb boat?
I'm
They
mad at the
spent- what
remote.
was it?
Did y'all see it look like a GameCube controller?
They was using
It was a
Xbox.
GameCube
It was an Xbox
It was
controller.
yeah.
What the hell? What the fuck?
Yeah, it was an actual or what, a refurbished one or something like that.
Yeah, it was a
Yes, it
refurbished
was.
Xbox 360 controller.
Look,
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah.
there's
So many
just.
posts about it.
I'm only gonna say this. There's just some things that you know just ain't worth it.
You know,
It
okay,
just-
death is not funny. Death is not funny.
I'm
Death
not
is
laughing
not
at
funny.
anybody die here.
No, it's just.
But I'd look at
yeah.
that controller.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend that much money to go down there just to die.
Wasn't it? What was it? Wasn't it like 25K?
Yeah, money.
Or like
I think it was
250K?
Something like that.
$250,000, I believe.
Yeah, like
And that's what I
250K.
can't believe. Like, y'all couldn't have gotten who took that money, took $10.50 of it, went to an exchange and got that controller and said, "This'll work. Let's go."
They straight up said that there was duct tape. There was duct tape on the motherboard of the thing.
What is it? I don't understand.
Like some pieces
They
were broken.
did
put
have
duct tape on it.
warning to not. They had warning not to go down, and but they insisted on. I think it was like a father and son, or the
Yeah.
father insisted to go down anyways.
He didn't want to go.
Because it was for Father's Day, but the son didn't want to go, and I think even the people was like, we don't think it's safe to go right now. But they insisted on going, so at least that father did. That's what I've heard.
Can you imagine?
I hope they at least got to see the ship before.
No,
I think they did.
They lost transmission after like an hour and a half, and it takes 4 hours to get down there.
Oh, maybe they probably did see it, but not the way they wanted to.
That's yeah.
They saw an outside image of it, basically, and that's all they saw.
Yeah.
And then they crashed.
I hope nobody ever tries to attempt it again. Okay,
I would really hope that.
Okay. That's my last thing I'm gonna say about that. I hope nobody attempts that again.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
Alone.
So.
They leave that alone. They
Yeah.
should
All
know.
the time.
They should know by now
they
that
do it
the
all the time.
whole Titanic situation is just cursed. Anytime anything happens with the Titanic, if something bad happens, they need to just leave it lie.
There's been
Leave it
a lot
the
of
fuck
excursions
alone.
to go down there. It's just,
I hope not with the
that's
same
was
kind
the
of
unlucky
controller.
one. I doubt it. There's been so many documentaries on people diving down there and seeing it. It's just.
But I'm pretty sure they have
just
like more
unfortunate
sturdy
one.
vessels too. I would hope so anyway.
Sure. Especially, I mean, if you're going on there with Nat Geographic and all that, they better be paying me to risk my
Lord,
life in a cubicle for 4 hours.
Stay tuned.
Cramped up.
The Blerds join National Geographic and MSNBN.
Yeah, man. We'll get it done.
So, moving away from the water for just a little bit. So, I'm going to talk about something else since we might be in for a bit of a crisis. So, you guys know that the writers have been on strike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was some talk that if negotiations don't go well about mid-July, I think they said they're going to start talking about it, that the actors might be going on strike too.
Yep.
So I hope everybody like reruns as much as I do.
It's gonna put us damper on some movies too.
I'm telling you, It's gonna be hard. Like, okay, if the stuff's already written, haha, we can shoot, but here's the gag. Ain't no actors. Y'all gonna have to use blow up dolls or something.
You get a whole bunch of B actors. They're gonna see. Everybody go to Tubi. I'm sorry. Okay. I like Tubi. I do. But some of those
Movies are
movies
pretty
on
good.
there, it is good. Some of
I
them.
j- I just
Some
seen a
of those
bunch of
movies on
people.
Tubi are good.
I just seen a bunch of people on Facebook. Somebody posted something. It was like, "To be really, what the fuck?" I forget what it was. It was a screenshot of some movie, and it looked like when they first started trying to use the claymation.
You talk about like
And it
Wallace
was
and Gromit?
something,
Actually,
something
that was
like that.
good. I
But
think you think more of Gumby.
Gumby, yeah.
I just I like the Gumby though. Okay.
I did too, but that
Gumby
was
was
like
hype.
early stages of that.
Gumby was hype.
It's just if Tubi ever made people pay for memberships, that's the end of that app, right? There's nothing on Tubi that's really like worth actually paying for it.
I couldn't tell you
Have you
what's
ever
on
actually
TV.
watched some of those movies on there?
A
Some of
lot. It
them
has a lot
actually
of classic
are
movies
good.
on there.
I'm
They
be
do.
honest.
Big Little
I'm
China.
scared I might actually
Big Little
like
China's
Tubi.
on there.
So
That's all I'm
no.
gonna say.
I watched it I remember the one day I watched it like all day. Just watched a whole bunch of like B, C, and D and F movies.
Damn, F
I was like, oh
movies?
my gosh.
How bored were you?
It's just
F movies?
I had to watch them. I said, what is this? I said, what's
Look,
this? I said, this is some of them are really good. Some of them I was like, what am I watching? But I
I don't
can't
even know
stop.
that I've ever even seen
I
it.
have
Alright.
to see this through.
So name a good movie on Tubi off the top of your head.
I can't name them damn movies. That was so long ago.
Cause it's Tubi.
It's kind of like they got long anime names.
Oh, you mean like that time I woke up as a slime, or is it wrong to pick it? We already had an episode about this.
That time I
Yeah.
was reincarnated as a slime in the dung beetle's hole inside the mountaintop across the
Yeah, is
wilderness.
it
Them type of titles.
what was it like? Is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeons or whatever in like an RPG or something?
See, everything you say is possibly a movie on Tubi.
Jesus.
Or anime already.
Like even
Is
with
it
Black
so real
Star's
quick?
knees, that's a movie on Tubi.
It's a very short movie on Tubi. Black Star Fall Down. The end.
Okay. He don't like us talking about. I'm sorry, Black Star. I know you don't like us talking about your knees, but the audience
Y'all be fine.
are.
Are
I
we
know
talking
Y'all
about?
be
he
fine.
gonna have he gonna have something to say later on. I know it's
He might
coming.
he might say it now. Speaking
He gonna come in like a sniper, like he
Nah, let y'all
usually
talk about
try
the
to
nonsense.
a sniper.
do.
A
said
sniper.
he tried
Surely
to.
you jest. A sniper?
Yes.
I'm thinking more like a Nerf gun. Pew pew. He get one in every now and then.
You can be a sniper with a Nerf gun. No.
Okay, are we talking like
my
right around the backyard, or
Okay.
are we talking like Call of Duty level sniper?
Well, you ever
He's
see
like
those?
somewhere in the middle of that.
You ever see those guys that get into like those airsoft fights, like the guns, but they wear like knee pads and shit? Like the guys that take it way too serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be like that.
See, somewhere in the middle. That's what I
Okay.
figure he would be.
All right.
I give him that.
All right. We'll take that.
I love you, Black Star. I do.
Y'all talking? Sorry, what?
I would hope you would know that. I mean, we're kind of putting on a show here.
I mean, we are, but we're talking about some random stuff. Yeah, we are.
I mean, I guess you can't get more random than somebody's knees.
I guess so. When you drop kick in the face, I'm saying that.
See,
Ciao.
there it is.
Just make sure you ice them before and after. Doctor's orders.
They'll be fine to get ice when they hit you in the face.
Are you guys excited for the new season of Futurama that's coming out real soon?
I do not watch Futurama,
Yeah.
but
You gotta get caught up,
mean,
cuz
You know,
Is it actually going to come out with all this striking?
well, they
it's
already
already
have it.
done. It's already done already.
Yeah, they
Oh,
have
is it already
done.
yeah.
It comes out July
Oh,
6th, for whatever.
Yeah, they got the Hulu.
It's ready to hit on Hulu.
Yeah, they got the trailer on Hulu.
Yeah.
I can't stress enough how important Futurama
Real quick,
is
you
for the
like
culture.
scratched the shit up out of our faces.
Ooh, me? No, I
don't know what you was picking at, but I started to shake my head real quick. Like I was.
I told you I was eating chicken. I had some on the screen.
You got.
Yeah. Sorry. Look, I don't think you guys understand the just the experience of watching Snow the protagonist eat chicken, but it's one part fascinating, one part terrifying. So
I can dig it. I
actually
I feel like we've been knowing each other all our lives.
Me and him actually have known each other all our lives, and you know what? Cuz I would watch the pilot. I would watch the first season.
You watch the first season?
I'm invested.
Just me eating chicken.
Yeah, I'm invested. Snow the protagonist does mukbangs.
I would do a mukbang, but like mostly like just I would eat like a whole hen, like if I could, just because. I mean,
not raw.
I would hope not.
I mean, what's the subscriber count saying? Because
right,
it says don't get ptomaine poisoning. You got children. We try to kill you over this.
Yeah, man.
He just said, "What's the subscriber count?" Like, I think there are quite a few people in our family that would be pissed if I just let you sit here and go through with this.
Just eat a raw hen.
Like, that chicken is pecan.
Lord. I could picture Courtney showing up to my house. Now, why you let him do it?
Now, why you let him do it? She'd be the first one to pull up.
You should have. I'm right.
She gonna like her name being on here.
So
they don't know our last name. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
So what? Either whether it be a game or TV show or movie, are you guys looking forward to the most that hasn't come out yet?
Yo, I'm glad you brought that up. So, anybody ever read Percy Jackson or seen the movies?
Lightning Thief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a new movie coming out, a series coming out for that show, isn't there? On Disney Plus.
2024, actually.
Yep.
So I'm actually excited for that because there's I think there's like 7 books or something like that, and they stopped after 2 movies. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
excited for that.
Because I actually like those.
I did too.
I thought those were a pretty good series.
You know what? I have no idea.
Like that. Or budget,
too old for
I don't know. I know Brandon T. Jackson, his acting roles were kind of spotty and stuff, and they were saying allegedly it had something to do with like his attitude or something like that. Like I think he had said something once that like he wished he hadn't done Big Mama's House because it kind of ruined his career. If I'm not mistaken, I think I read that because he said it was something about
Big Mama's House.
I remember him saying something about he didn't like the process of putting on the all that makeup and that suit and stuff.
That suit.
It was something like it was something like that, and I'm like, I don't know if he got less roles after that, and that's why he thought that, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but
that's wild.
Maybe they'll bring the original actors back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm waiting for Deadpool 3 to come out.
Seeing, like little teaser snippets about Deadpool 3. Is what's his face? Hugh Jackman actually going to be in it?
Yes, he is.
He's
going to be Wolverine in the movie, and they're bringing back some classic Marvel people too.
So it's confirmed.
They actually
I think they're going to do. Hold on. Yeah, I talked about that. I think they're going to end up doing.
You chose not to talk. Black Star.
No, I chose.
You also could have paid attention to this.
Exactly.
I was talking about Submarine, Percy Jackson, Futurama, which we already talked about again. So I'm getting to Deadpool
you could have
3.
chimed in on any of those. You chose not to. So move it along, Tiny Tim.
Submarine. I don't care about Submarine.
Okay, that was your choice. Move along, Tiny Tim.
Right. Go ahead, Charles. Go with your rant.
Deadpool 3. I'm thinking, when I'm watching this, all the people that put in this movie and all the people that got in these trailers and everything like that. It has to be the thing they're going to try and do. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe,
Oh,
or Deadpool kills
that'd be
MCU.
Oh
so hype.
yeah, I was
Because all
thinking
the
that.
people to have on
That'd
there.
be so
Because
hype.
think about it, you
I
have
seen it
Electric on
too.
there. You have the rest of the people on there too as well. It makes more
Yeah,
sense
Deadpool,
if
Jennifer
they're
yeah.
doing
Garner.
it
I've
that
seen
way.
her.
Deadpool
Yep.
kills the
I kind of
Yeah.
figured they were gonna do that because
Deadpool
they
kills
had
the Marvel
Mhm.
universe.
Ben Affleck was.
So hype.
Yep. The
So hype.
other people.
Didn't he
I
already
just feel
start it
like
when he went back to kill one of his former selves? So
he
Yeah, the
did. He
old
kills the original
Deadpool.
Deadpool self and Green Lantern and stuff like that. So it kind of get a trailer back then for what they're doing right now with
I
it.
don't
I
know
keep
how the hell
seeing
they
more and
got
more
that in the
actors on
movie.
how
there
did he
That'd be so
kill
hype.
Green Lantern?
I don't know how the hell they got that in the movie, but he did.
because he can. He killed the writer of it. He killed himself from doing it, for creating it. So yes,
Did you hear about
I
the whole Marvel Zombies thing or the DC was it Marvel Zombies? I think they want to do.
Marvel
yeah,
Zombie. Yeah.
I know they said they're supposed to be bringing back a lot of the legacy characters too.
Yep. That's where they're killing them off.
So,
That's
well,
why.
there's some that's gonna cross over for Secret Wars, if I'm not mistaken. So he's not gonna kill them all.
Yeah,
Well, he can kill them off because this is
they coming from
before
different
Deadpool 3.
timelines too.
This is before Deadpool 3, probably.
So do you think?
Depends on
No,
what he's
it's.
doing it on
So you
here.
think they're
I
gonna
think
do?
this is supposed to happen during the movie, is what I'm saying. They're supposed to. He's supposed to end in the MCU, but he's supposed to bring them with them into after Secret Wars. I don't know if they're dying in Secret Wars or they're just, shifting everything and sending them back so we can get ours or whatever.
Well,
But
the
apparently we're
whole
supposed to.
It all depends as
the
well.
whole thing about Secret Wars though is you can't really do. I don't know how like familiar you guys are with like
It won't be
comics,
good.
but you really can't do Secret Wars without it leading into like Crisis on Infinite Earths and like
Yes.
World and all that stuff. So I don't really know.
Wait. I think you crossed them.
Yeah, he did. But
I think
Yeah,
Crisis on Infinite Earths is DC. I think you
that's
crossed them because
DC.
that
That's I was like,
is.
wait a minute, hold on.
it's like, hold
no,
on.
no.
I was about to say
Well, no, because I know we were talking about like Deadpool and like Green Lantern and stuff like that when they did that whole crossover thing. So like, do you think DC would like have to? What I'm saying is like, if they do Secret Wars, do you think that they would also have to follow up Secret Wars? Do you think? Do you think DC would follow up or like clap back with like Crisis on Infinite Earths? Is what I'm saying.
they kind of
And they
did.
did something with the
Yeah.
Flash, if you call it that. It
Yeah,
was,
In the Arrowverse, they kind of. I would like to see it on the big
Yeah,
screen.
because I don't think that DC would let Marvel get away with doing Secret Wars without DC trying to clap in with Crisis on Infinite Earth.
But that would be a way. Well, no,
Might
because
be.
actually, from what they said, like they're starting with earlier versions of the superheroes in the DCU, but they're not like year one exactly.
Yeah,
Because if I'm not mistaken, Batman's gonna have like I think his Robin's gonna be like Damian or something like that. So there's no way it can be a year one Batman if
it's Damian.
Damian is his Robin. So I mean, they're gonna be pretty well established.
the
So it
best
might
Robin.
be.
We never really got a Dick Grayson. We never really got a Dick Grayson
Hold
in
on.
any of the movies, did we?
I know Dick
No.
Jason, Jason Todd.
We
We
didn't get none
didn't
of
get
that.
Tim Drake, and I'm a icy notes. No, Damian is not the best Robin. Like we not having an argument. Don't do that. No, he's not. No, he's not. You gotta give it. Oh no, no.
Wait, is it even wait? Is it even a discussion to be had? How is Dick Grayson is obviously the best Robin? Like I don't.
Thank you.
Whatever.
See, look, you got to give it to the original.
Just because it makes you the first one does not make you the best one.
He was the only one.
No, the fact that he is groomed to be Batman is what makes him
Dick Grayson
the best
is the only Robin who was able to
Honestly,
become Batman.
I like with Damien not
You like him
being
'cause he's
wanting to be
murdery.
like Batman.
Damien is very
Maybe.
murdery.
See, look.
But
You like it. You like him because he like to stab people. That's
So-
what it is.
He's a little more violent. That's all. Just whatever.
That means you like Red Hood better then. You're like Red
I
Hood.
actually-
Jason Todd.
I actually do like Red Hood.
Jason Todd is my favorite Robin
Yes.
because he became like one of the
He's like my
dopest
second one.
DC characters ever in Red Hood.
Right.
He's my second favorite.
Yeah, he was.
I do like Tim Drake though.
he was
Tim
hype.
Tim Drake get a lot of hate.
Tim Drake
but I like him.
don't get his flowers like he should.
They hate on him
don't.
so much,
Well,
but I like him.
What was the name of the
Stephanie
Wait,
Brown
Teen
though.
Titans Go already answered who was the best Robin. It was the Bird. Y'all remember?
Super Robin.
Yeah, the Bird. It was the best. That's the best Robin.
What was the name of speaking of like stuff like DC, like what was the name of the the girl Robin. I can't remember her name.
Stephanie
Stephanie
Brown.
Brown. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They didn't expand on her
Yeah.
character at all.
I think she
Was
becomes
she canon?
if I'm
Is
not
she canon?
mistaken, she becomes Robin like when Batman is like in his 50s and stuff.
Because it's
so
like right
it's like,
before Batman Beyond, like Terry McGinnis.
yeah,
Like
he's like a
chronologically.
grayed out Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, because he's grayed out.
It's
she
yeah,
didn't last long.
yeah. I honestly I don't remember what happened to her.
I don't think they expanded
Yeah,
on her
much to
character.
work
I think she
with.
was in for like I think she was in like one run, like one Batman run, and then like they just got rid of her for like no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. You know who they don't give enough credit to though? Batgirl. Like, come on.
You talking about
Like anybody that could survive.
You talking about Barbara Gordon?
Barbara. Well, because there was a couple. Because I forgot. I think Cassandra.
Well, you think about like
Orphan.
What was it?
We'll just call her Orphan.
Was it The Killing Joke?
Yeah, that movie was. I didn't think they were really gonna do it exactly like the comic, but man.
Yeah, Killing Joke was rough, man.
Man, look. You know what though? Outside of just the Joker shit, the stuff with Batman and her was kind of rough too. I'm like, Bruce, you really just gonna have sex with her like that?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I felt like they kind of.
But it happened.
It did.
So it's kind of like, it's like, dude, I see why I did kind of like clocked you in your shit for you.
Yeah. And then there was that whole. Well, like I said, that's why I brought up like Crisis on Infinite Earths, because like if we can assume that if Marvel does decide to do Secret Wars or Secret Invasion or anything like that with the Kree and the Skrull, like I feel like there's no way that can happen, and DC not, you know what I mean, like not pull the trigger on something remotely close.
Clap back for it. Or respond
that's
back
up
to
to
me. Is that what you're
DC to
saying?
actually make a plan, because I believe Marvel and Disney already made the plan to do Secret Wars.
So
that's already determined.
I'm afraid that like DC is gonna like, because their movies are already not great, and I kind of feel like,
damn. I mean, but okay, but facts.
Now DC can make one hell. The DC can make one hell of a show. Their shows are lit, but their movies are not. They're not. Their movies are not.
Their animated movie universe
is good.
Was the shit.
It's good.
Though. Like,
but when we talk about stuff like Aquaman and like,
I liked Aquaman.
Hold on, wait a minute. I did like.
I liked Aquaman. I'm not
like when you put
they had a couple hits.
But when you put,
do you like Aquaman or do you like the actor playing Aquaman?
But when you put
it didn't let me finish. I said I like the casting.
Yeah, the casting is great.
I like
they do.
I like both. So,
but nobody really gives a shit about like Batfleck. You know what I mean? Like the whole Ben Affleck.
I didn't like him as Batman.
And then now, to be fair, I haven't seen the newest Batman movie. I heard it was dope. I'm sure that's gonna be pretty good.
I liked it. It was
which one?
The
Batman,
like the Robert Pattinson Batman. I heard it was really good. I haven't seen it yet.
It was pretty good, but it's an Elseworld story, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard it was Elseworld, which I'm cool with the whole Elseworld like style, because they usually get like pretty dark and gritty, and like they're super like in depth and fascinating. So Elseworld is fine. I'm just afraid that like if once Marvel starts popping off with this like Secret Wars and stuff like that, like DC is gonna start jumping the gun and just dropping like
I don't think James Gunn
dog shit. You know what I mean?
I don't think James Gunn is gonna let that happen. I think him and Peter Safran, I mean, they took all that time to come up with that 10-year plan, and James Gunn spent all that time with Marvel. So
that's true. Yeah.
For as much flack as everybody gives, because they're still doing this Zack Snyder. I was on Twitter the other day, and they're still doing this Zack Snyder versus the Flash failed, the DC is dying, and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, for real. I'm like, okay.
It's funny to
whatever. We'll see.
It's funny because I love like DC comics are some of the best things I've ever read. Like a lot of the Flash stuff is so cool. Like the Green Lantern stuff is like super cool, and then you got like Blackest Day and like Brightest Night, Blackest Night, Brightest Day, and just all the stuff with like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Like they got some great comics, and they make some very good stories. But then like their movies are just dog shit. And then like but their animated like shows
It's got a lot.
are so good. Like remember the original Justice League cartoon and like Justice League Unlimited? Like how hype was that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So good, right?
It's awesome.
Look,
Every day.
I
Watching
think
the
it's the
reruns.
studio. It's like something with Warner Brothers wanting to push. You even could see it when the one dude took over Marvel for Phase 4. How they were just pumping out show after show after show. And when we were in quarantine or whatever, it was fine because we didn't have anything else to
you talking
do.
about
But
like
it's
the
like
Jessica Jones and like Luke Cage and all that stuff?
no, this was when they started like with WandaVision, and then
Oh,
it
like
was
Loki,
with Loki,
WandaVision, and all that.
it is
What
like
if?
Black Widow movie and Moon Knight, and like every month it was like we had a show to watch. It was like, and during quarantine it was fine. I didn't have nothing better to do, but it's like, so after a while, I think that was the same issue DC's been having for the longest time. Is the people in charge were they just wanted money.
Yeah.
And so they were just throwing stuff out there.
Well, like
but I don't think it's necessarily dead.
Yeah, like all the Arrowverse stuff was
like
the Arrowverse stuff was like
Black
super
Adam?
dope. And then like I don't know if you guys watched the Flash TV show, but it was like super good.
You want to know my favorite show out of the Arrowverse?
It was good until the last season.
The last season did take a crack. Yeah.
The new.
I
got a couple episodes left.
Okay, I won't say that. I won't say that. Sorry, I won't say nothing.
But I will say this. So my favorite show out of the Arrowverse was Legends of Tomorrow. I got to see a bunch of
Black Lightning.
Okay, I like Black Lightning too, but we got to see like a lot of obscure characters like Firestorm and like Hawk Girl and stuff like that.
Black Lightning was really good. That show didn't get its flowers. Yeah. It really didn't because it was very good.
Because the network was doing everything they could to take it off the air, even though it was a hit show. And it's like, why do y'all have to be like this? Who raised y'all to be like this?
Why
I know.
Like that.
I know.
We all know why they was like that with that show.
We know. But it's like,
I was shocked when they put them over in the crossover. I'm like, what? They actually let him be in there?
Why would they not? It's kind of like you didn't have a choice though. Like if they kind of like ignored him or snubbed him like that, the fans would have been outraged. Enough of them anyway. For it to like you couldn't ignore Black Lightning. So there was some hits in there. So I wouldn't say it was necessarily all bad, but man, when they bombed, they bombed. Like Black Adam, it was okay. My highlight was seeing Dr. Fate. I mean, I enjoyed it, but my highlight was seeing Dr. Fate.
They didn't I'm mad about Dr. Fate. I don't think
they made like
he done a lot better.
He didn't have they made it like his powers. First off, he's like
illusion and
ancient.
I was happy to see him. I'm mad they killed him.
Yeah,
but
right. I'm like, what?
I'm like, excuse me.
Right, yeah.
The Lord of Order.
Yeah, he was so watered down in the show. I didn't like that. They did him dirty.
Super watered down.
Like,
but I did like the dude though. I liked that he was kind of charismatic and he was kind of sarcastic and it was still kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Especially opposite of like Black Adam, who's doesn't really get all the modern sayings and stuff like that. It was just the banter was funny, so I like that. But I hate how they ended him. Like he knew he was going to have to sacrifice himself. Spoiler.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything to try to, whether he could or he couldn't. It just, I don't know.
He could have. The real doctor.
Something could have been done. I mean, sheesh.
How you guys feeling about
how do
you guys feel about moving away from DC and Marvel? How do you guys feel about did you guys watch The Last of Us?
No.
Last of Us.
Y'all didn't watch it, really?
That's about zombies, right?
Well,
probably.
It's fungus zombies, but same nature.
But
I don't care.
Did you guys play the games at all?
I played one, which is a stretch for me because I don't do a lot of zombie stuff. Like I got through maybe 2 of the Resident Evils, and it was like, yeah, I can't do this shit. Nope. As a kid, it fucked with my psyche. I'm like, nah. I'm like, we gonna put this down. I'll never make it to 18 like this.
I don't answer, so I'm gonna go quiet. Go ahead and talk, y'all.
Yeah, the episode of What If, the Marvel Zombies one. Did you ever watch that? I don't know if it took me forever.
I watched it. I didn't like it, but I watched it.
It took him a while.
Yeah, I watched it because
I think
I read the Marvel. I read the
I
Marvel
did skip
Zombies
it.
story like online. So with like the e-comics, I read it and I thought it was pretty tight. So I watched the What If, and I thought it was pretty decent.
It was. I mean, it was good. It just
he
did
just
not
don't
Don't
like
like
zombies.
don't like you don't like the spooky stuff.
hate the just
You don't like
the
zombies.
thought of zombies.
The undead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I think he's okay with vampires and stuff. I think it's just zombies.
yeah.
So you didn't watch I Am Legend?
It is just zombies.
I did
watch it.
But say
That
I'm
one's
a
really
big Will
good.
Smith fan. I'm still a big Will
I
Smith
wasn't sure.
fan.
Were they really zombies? I didn't think they were. Were they eating people?
I think they were vampires.
Is that what they were?
They were like vampires.
Zombie
They-
vampires.
Yeah, about to say they were vampirish.
I heard they were supposed to be making a second one,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I thought I
They
read
don't need
something
to.
about
Unless
that.
Will Smith just walks
Something
up on
like
stage
that,
and
but-
starts slapping the zombies.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry, man. Well,
You just had to bring you just had to bring that up, huh?
We should probably pip. No. I forgot.
I'm still a Will Smith fan.
Me too. So,
Same.
blacklisted or not, I'm still a fan. So,
yeah, he's
I mean, Chris Rock is Chris Rock.
I don't know. He kind of took a huge L. Pretty big L.
Yeah. To some people, I'm just gonna say that. To other people,
we're talking about all the controversial stuff today.
Hey, look,
I noticed.
I'm just gonna say this. Some things were done in poor taste, and I'm gonna leave it up to, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. If y'all want to know exactly what, hit me on Twitter. We'll talk about it.
The only thing that a lot of people got out of it was he was exposed as a cuck and then slapped somebody half his size on stage at the Oscars.
Yep.
Oh.
my god. Okay.
Anyway, if they make another Aladdin, I still want him to be Genie.
Oh, for sure.
You probably won't be Genie.
I know, but I'm still campaigning for it now. Even though I already know it ain't never gonna
A
happen.
lot of people didn't like him as Genie. I realized that a lot of people didn't like him.
You know what though? Maybe I did.
thought he brought a different flavor. I mean, he's not Robin Williams, but I mean, he's Will
He did a
Smith.
decent
Yeah, I
job
think what
at
it was everybody
He
was just
did.
comparing him to Robin Williams, which I mean,
That's what it was.
From an animated movie.
Yeah, but I mean, Robin Williams is the GOAT, especially when it comes to Genie. So he had some big shoes to fill right out the gate. And I think that was.
But
we're going through that now. But think about Ariel and.
But I feel like the originals are always the originals. I don't understand the comparing. The originals are always going to be the originals. Technical difficulties?
I don't know what
everybody's side. That was weird. Yeah.
What was it?
That's not a sign. It's a sign.
I think that was you, Icy Notes.
That was everybody. That was on everybody's. I watched it. Everyone was frozen for a minute.
Yeah, we all froze up.
Because I'm like,
that was Snow's fault bringing up that damn I Am Legend, that end of the world shit.
See, now if I got something hanging out my window,
let me make sure my curtains is closed. Somebody sitting on my roof, like, just wait till you finish recording.
What happened was we were talking about it, and Will Smith slapped all of our routers. That's what happened.
Why you gotta keep doing him like that?
He walked up on stage and slapped our routers and knocked our connectivity. That's all it was. Okay.
Hey, you ain't gonna keep doing him like that.
Yeah, man. It was a what was it? What's the word? What word did Jada use?
What?
And there was an entanglement in the Wi-Fi connection.
All right, look. Anyway, so speaking of series, so No, new topic. Speaking of series, so y'all know they making they're doing this Harry Potter series.
Yeah, what's up with
Oh, they
that?
are.
Yeah,
No.
I just have one question. How the hell do we because a lot of the originals said they have no interest in returning in any capacity. I think even Daniel Radcliffe says he has no interest in returning in any
Let it die on the
capacity
hill. Then
as
let it die on the
himself or
hill.
Yes, like most things.
I'm okay
Well,
with the series itself because they're supposed to get more into depth with the books. I just feel like, do we need it right now?
No.
Like Harry Potter ended like
We already got the anime Harry Potter right now. If you haven't seen
didn't
the show, it's amazing.
didn't
Honestly.
J.K. Rowling have a little controversy her own self?
yeah.
Yes, she did.
Since
That's
we
why a
on
lot of people
topics
don't
like
like it
that,
right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So they might want to hold
that's
off.
that's not helping either because they're talking about they want people to boycott the show, and my only thing with that is I don't agree with anything that woman has said in regards to her controversy at all. But there are other people that worked on this show too, and it's like, do we really want to put them out of a job because of one person? And I heard she doesn't have much to do with the show.
That is still her
Okay,
stuff.
so
I know,
with the
and that's the hard
with the
part.
J.K. Rowling situation, I'm so sorry. I'm not privy. Why didn't she say like some?
She made a lot of transphobic remarks. Would say
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And to this day, she kind of stands by them, and it's like there's a way to get. And I tell anybody this, gay, straight, whatever. There's a way to get your point across without disrespecting somebody else. And I feel like she just didn't care. She still doesn't care or get it. So
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw that
They made that very clear on
I saw
Family
like the
Guy.
entire internet was like dunking on her for like some remarks that she had made, but I didn't really ever read into it.
yeah, and she hasn't felt the slightest bit of remorse about him, which is what makes it worse. So that's why I'm kind of like, I get the backlash with the show, but I don't know. It's weird. That's why I'm like, they probably should wait. I'm like, the movies ain't been done that long. They just did the anniversary special not too long ago. It's like, maybe I should wait a couple more years until, she either gets laryngitis and can't talk anymore or something.
Laryngitis.
Something, because somebody needs to take that woman's phone or something. Take her quill, something.
Oh, like they had to do to DJ Khaled. They had to take his phone from him so he couldn't tweet anymore for like 24 hours.
If you think about a lot of those authors, you'll be surprised what their real beliefs are. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to remember they just people, and it's not to defend her. It's just that what can you do? That's her opinion on it.
Yeah, as ridiculous as
But
it
her
is.
opinion is gonna cost her a lot of money.
And I mean, fuck her, because I think well, it's on the recording now anyway. Because at the end of the day, before she said these things, she done made her money off the books and stuff, and it sucks because those stories and stuff, like, I was shy as a kid, and reading those stories kind of like helped me pass the time in school. And it sucks because you kind of tarnish all of that, the movies, all of that, and it's like, and then you put a lot of people out of work too.
Right.
Because if this show isn't a success because of that being a contributing factor, it's like you put a lot of people out of work just because you
Can't keep your mouth closed.
Pretty much.
PR people, PR.
That's what I don't understand with some of these people. Like, who do y'all have hired? You must not be paying them a dick or nothing, because
it's like, I don't care, just run racket.
They just sitting in the corner texting, talking about, nah, they'll handle it.
Right. You'll be alright.
like, I didn't already sent out my resume to somebody else. It's like,
all right, so
he is playing his video game right
Black
now.
Star.
I forgot this is Raw and Uncut.
What up?
You see that you be keeping up with all the Mortal Kombat 1 stuff? What do you think?
Of course. You talking about, you about to mention me about to do smoke?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Yes. I'm ecstatic. I'm so happy to see you Smoke back. We got the human version. I kind of missed the long hair version of
I think
Smoke,
this one.
but the Smoke we got in
I
that
think
trailer
the
was
new Smoke is
nice.
pretty
Are y'all talking
tight.
about
Pretty tight.
Are y'all talking
Yeah,
about
it's
the
just talking
Yeah,
about
the new
game?
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat 1.
Kombat game.
Mortal
Yes, the
Kombat.
game.
It was pretty
Yeah,
hype.
it
It does
looks
look pretty good.
amazing in it. And you saw
Yeah,
Cyrax
all
too,
those new
and
cameos.
was
Yeah, it was like
Sector.
Cyrax, Sector. Who was
Yes,
the
yes,
other new? They
yes.
brought Frost back as a cameo. Um, yeah,
Yes.
They did.
Rain.
Rain
Yeah,
as well.
Rain is
Yes.
like they
Wait, when did
completely
y'all be
they
seeing these
completely
previews? Because I don't never see none
they
of this.
completely redesigned Rain, and he looks
Different
sick.
person. He has a whole
Yeah,
staff, a water staff,
he's
and he
just
talks at people.
he's just
That looks
waterbending
nice.
now at this point.
Hmm.
Where'd y'all see all
Exactly.
these
I was
Yeah, they
previews
looking
made
at
him
at?
a
that.
Aren't they doing a sequel to the
Yes,
yeah.
movie?
they
They
are doing a
are.
series. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Because I think I seen
I
something
did hear
about the
Hmm.
about
cast
that.
list. Yeah, I seen something about the cast list
I
the other
hope that
day
they do
too.
something better.
And
But
who
back to the
was?
game.
I
It
hope
looks
that they do
amazing.
something better than what they
Looks
did with the
good.
first movie because spoiler alert, the first movie was dog shit.
It was alright. It wasn't that bad. It was alright.
Wait. Which
Not the
movie?
original ones. I'm talking about the new Mortal Kombat movie, the one that we got recently.
You talking about the newer
Mm,
What?
movie?
Okay, dog shit is harsh because I don't.
it was
I
pretty
wouldn't say
good.
that.
I'm about to say
The only-
it was
There was
pretty
just a lot of
good.
stuff.
I
There's a
didn't
lot of stuff
have,
Wait,
that happened in that
hold
movie
up.
that literally
Remember we
made
watched
no
it?
sense. Like the last.
but I
Yeah,
mean, but
I do agree with that.
but compare that to Mortal Kombat
Okay, that's
Annihilation.
fair. But
Annihilation,
so
Annihilation. Annihilation wasn't
at
that
the
bad.
very end, like towards the end of the newest movie, why was it that when Scorpion was talking, he took his mask off and put it back on 6 times?
You gotta see his mouth move.
Like he would
Hey,
take, like he would
You
say
know?
something, he would take his
I
mask off
mean,
and say something, and then put it back on, and then turn to a different
maybe he got tired of
camera,
his
and
own
then
breath. You know, hellfire might be something to
he would
keep
take the
breathing
mask
in.
off.
Maybe he
He
needed to
would
air
take
it
the
out.
mask
Maybe.
off again, and then said like 2 lines, and then put the mask back on, and then look to a different character, took his mask off, say like 3 lines, and then put the thing. And then a lot of the fight scenes were just shot very weird. Like when Sonya was fighting Kano, there was literally points that just didn't make sense. Like they'd be in the house fighting, and then like they'd get kicked out of like she kicked Kano out the window or whatever, but then they just completely pans over to a completely different shot of them fighting outside of the house already, and the window's not even broken anymore.
How many times have you
3
watched
times.
this movie
3
to
times.
I'm about to say.
notice what in the
3
action? Because
times.
I've watched it
3
5, and
times.
I swear to God, I
I
have
watched it 3
never.
times.
He must have really analyzed. You got me
Damn.
want to watch it again because
Oh
now I
no,
want to
it's
see all this.
I mean, the movie was fun. I thought it was like fun bad, like movies that are just like bad but they're fun.
I still don't. I still don't
Oh
think it was
man,
bad, especially for it to be. I call them
yeah,
pandemic
pandemic.
movies. I mean,
And I didn't
Yeah.
like what they.
About the only thing I didn't like about the movie was that remember the guys. What was his name? Jax.
What was
His arm.
that? What
yeah,
was
them little
that?
baby
Yeah.
arms they
Yeah.
gave.
What? So you mean to tell me that like, and it didn't make sense because you mean to tell me that they went to like
He got
they
baby
went and gave
hands.
him baby arms, but the thing that made me mad was the fact that he got them from some monks in a cave. Like what?
No. I'm mad that he thought he was gonna fight somebody with them
They gave
little
him
ass shits too. When he thought he was
They gave him
gonna
like little Robo T-Rex arms.
I was like,
look.
what is this?
I'm like, come on, man. Like, what is this?
Look, he punched, and I'm like, no, you knew better. Like, why? What? Okay.
And I didn't like what they did to Liu Kang because why did they make him a teenager?
You know what? I'm fine with. I'm okay with the. I'm still stuck on Jack's head since you want to
Yeah.
bring him up. Like every time I think about him now, I just want to say use your
He's a
strong
strong
hand.
Yeah, that was. I'm sorry, that movie was not. It was fun to watch, but from like a perspective of like, is this a good movie?
It wasn't
it's
as
not
good as
good.
when
And
they
why was
first
and
made
like the
it. No.
casting was so just weird. Like they made Liu Kang a teenager. Raiden was like 5'5". Like the best part about that movie was I think Kano. Kano was like the best part about that movie.
His smart ass humor was cool,
But what didn't make sense was they made it so where it's like everybody you have to unlock your superpowers.
That's what I didn't understand. That's what I was about to say.
I didn't understand that either.
The only that arc was a Arcana,
I
I think
don't
is what they
know.
called it, or whatever the hell it was. I didn't understand the whole unlock your art. Like I didn't have to unlock
Yeah,
shit.
and the thing was like, yeah, Kano can shoot lasers out of his eyes, which didn't make sense because it all came from a very unnecessary
I
argument. Like they just had it.
I guess pissing him off was supposed to do the same thing that training couldn't do, I
Apparently,
guess. But
but
I can't remember if he had. I can't remember if he
yeah,
had
but
lasers in the
canonically,
original
he got
game or
the eye
not.
laser
But
when he got the cybernetic eye.
He
The
did.
cybernetic eye is what shoots lasers.
yeah, yeah, that's what I didn't understand
Yeah.
about the Arcana. And
And then they
then
killed,
I'm like,
then they killed Kung Lao in the first movie when they knew that they were going to do a second one.
that's the thing about Mortal Kombat though, because if I'm not mistaken, Quan Chi's supposed to be in the movie, and he has a thing about resurrecting people.
I feel like it's a stretch. And then
I don't with
how the hell are you going
hey
to have
no
a Mortal
well
Kombat movie without Johnny Cage? That's what I didn't like.
was he
No.
in the first one?
He's
No, he
back.
wasn't.
What?
He wasn't in the first one. He might be
No,
in the
he
second one
was in
though.
the first
In the second
original
one?
movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was in Annihilation.
Oh, he was at.
There was a
There was a
cut
cut
scene, yeah,
scene that
at the
alluded
end of
to it.
at the end of the newest movie, there was a cut scene at the very end that alluded to him possibly being in the
Yeah.
second one. When it's like, why would you even do a Mortal Kombat movie without Johnny Cage in the first place?
I'm okay with that. Like, don't give them all to us at once because I still want to see Katana, and I mean, I'm okay with waiting a little bit. I think they're trying. I think their biggest thing is they're trying to. I think every franchise now been picked up on the whole
Yeah, they're trying
world
to
building
world build.
thing, which
Yeah,
I'm
they're trying
kind
to
of
world
glad
build.
of.
I get that, but
I I can't stand franchises now that they have movies and they call it a franchise, and it's like, well, how the fuck did
yeah,
we get here? Like 90s movies had a
horrible timeline.
horrible. Yes, like I'm just looking
That's
like I'm
all we
like
had. That's all we had.
so we had to deal with it. We don't have to deal with
Yeah,
it no
we
more.
had
Them days have
no.
changed.
You can't just give us something without build me up to
Yeah,
it.
because I get tired of like I got tired as a kid always having questions, and I'm like now I'm like I can get on Google and look it up or read a comic or whatever. But it's like there's still some movies now where it's like I think me and you were talking about it. Icy Nuts. We were talking about something, and it's like I still had questions, and I don't feel like any of them got answered. What were we talking about?
There's a lot of stuff we talk about. I don't know.
We were talking about something, and we were
What was
talking
we
about
talking about?
how there was a bunch of questions that didn't get answered, and I was like, "Well, how did we get here?"
Oh, we were talking about Dream Girls.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
to step away from superhero stuff for a minute, we were talking about Dream Girls because I was talking to, I believe it was Icy Note to my sister, and I was like, "Y'all want to know something I don't understand?" There's a part in the movie where Curtis says to Dina, "I chose you because your voice has no depth, no personality, yada yada yada," and she sings this song. I get the song is supposed to be empowering. It's supposed to show that I do have depth and personality to my voice, but I feel like they
Yeah.
could have did that without taking a movie set in the '70s and having her sing a song that sounds like it's from the early 2000s. It just I didn't understand that.
They did change the mic. That they changed the mic to make it sound like it was from back then, but I mean, it was she added that in. That was not in the original run of Dream Girl.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't understand that. And then there was like a lot of leftover stuff, like with Effie's relationships with a lot of people. It's like I didn't understand how they got the end of the movie left a lot of questions. I didn't understand how they got to certain places in this
Mm.
and that. And I felt like that was the tone of like 90s and early 2000 movies for a lot of franchises. It's like you paid your money, you saw an ending. I
That's
still
it.
have, yeah, that's it. See you next go around.
Part 2 will be in 20 years, and we'll answer all those questions.
I don't know if I'm familiar. You said it. This movie. What is this? You said it's called Dream Girls.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
based off the
So
musical.
you like musicals? If you like
I don't
musicals,
really
you'll watch
I don't
it.
really jive with musicals. I mean, I don't dislike musicals. I'm not really. I like Sweeney Todd.
I'll give you something that you can
That
hold
was
on to.
good.
It's a good story about black female music groups in
Okay.
the 70s. It's a good
Yeah.
story about that. It's some laughs and it's a good story. You might not like musicals, but I think you'll enjoy the singing because it's Jennifer Hudson. If you like Beyonce, she's in there. I only say that because some people don't. Anika Noni Rose, Eddie Murphy, if you like
Jamie
his
Foxx.
singing, Jamie
Oh,
Foxx.
I love
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Eddie Murphy can sing.
But they've always been that thing. Eddie Murphy can't sing or whatever. I don't have an issue
I
with his
just hear
singing.
Mushu
So
whenever
it's
I
what
hear
it
Eddie
is.
Murphy.
Sounds
So
fine to me. See, I always think of
yeah,
donkey.
either donkey or
Yo,
Mushu.
did y'all hear about the original voice actress
For what?
for Mulan? She committed suicide.
Oh,
Yeah, that's they.
when?
I think it was over the holiday or something. I was reading something about it. Yeah, she was
Like just
48.
recently.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was over the
I hate to
holiday.
hear it. Damn.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Mulan's like my favorite Disney princess
I
after
loved Mulan.
Tiana.
But yeah, so just thought I'd say that to just say prayers to her and her family. They said they said it was suicide. You never know what somebody's going through.
That's
So
horrible, man.
just
Damn. I hope they all right because I don't like
yeah,
hearing about that kind
That
of stuff.
is.
That's terrible. Yeah. What an icon. What an icon.
yeah.
My
Sorry, I
God.
ain't mean to kill the
No.
mood,
You didn't
but
kill the mood.
No, well, she did 2 movies
Yeah,
and it was
which is
really
crazy
good.
because
Both of them.
usually
I
when they
like
do a
mm,
sequel to a
Mulan 2.
classic Disney movie, it's trash. But Mulan 1 and Mulan 2 was pretty hype.
It's not good. Yeah.
yeah,
My kids just watched Mulan
yeah.
2 like
Yeah.
literally like 3 days ago. And I was like, yeah, this movie holds up. It's not bad.
Oh, real.
You know what else was
Yeah.
a really good part too was Simba's Pride.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I
I
even like
really
Lion
liked
King
that.
1.5. I thought that movie was pretty dope too.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's because it follows
It's pretty
That
hype.
Lion
one's good.
Didn't they had a show too?
Yeah, it was like Lion's
Lions
Guard. I
Guard.
didn't really got into it.
King. Mm-hmm.
I watched a
That was
few
like for
episodes.
But
like
yeah,
little kids. But
I was hey, I don't care. I watched a few episodes.
I ain't mad at it.
It was
All right,
all right.
so real quick,
I
like
didn't.
here's a controversial one, and I know that we're gonna
See, why you gotta bring all the controversies tonight?
because
What's
this
going
makes for the
on?
best conversation.
This is
You said
raw.
raw. I'm just showing up and showing out. So
Right.
Hopefully, we're gonna do
I would
more of
like to,
these.
yeah.
So I don't get us discontinued on the first
No.
one. But
This isn't like this is just something that it's been argued and it will be argued until the end of time. What do you guys think the best what do you
oh
guys think the
god,
best Disney movie is? Like classic and then modern.
Oh my gosh.
why would you
Because
ask
I want to
something like
fight in the
that?
comment section.
See, Hercules.
I want there to be a fight. I want there to be a
Yes,
fight.
Hercules. Between Hercules and Princess and the Frog,
I'm
I
about to
like
say
those two.
it's Princess and
They're
the
like
Frog or
up there.
Hercules, but I got to go with Hercules. It's something about the muses.
It was the Muses. It's always the
Is
Muses would win out of anybody. Well,
especially the short, thick one. I was like, her that way, that
you
way.
mean Hercules?
Yes.
What do you think, Black Star? What's the best classic Disney movie, man?
Has to be between Hercules and the
Okay.
Goofy movie. What we got for one guy?
I forgot about
But
Goofy.
the best Disney movie, classic Disney movie, hands down, is Disney's A Goofy Movie. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah.
I gotta revamp my lineup because I think I got a tie. Because
I
I'm
don't. I'm
sorry,
sticking with Hercules.
it's a tie between
I like
Hercules and
Goofy.
Goofy. It's
I like
Powerline.
Goofy, but I didn't.
Tevin Campbell
Yeah.
sung the
That's
shit
Man,
what
out them
I
songs.
have none against
Eye to
the
Eye,
music in a Goofy movie. I just recently watched
Yeah,
Eye
it
to
a little
Eye.
man,
bit.
look, he was like, "Dad,
Do
do the
perfect
perfect
boy.
cast."
Hey, I force my kids to watch Disney's A Goofy Movie at least once a month.
I tried to do it. I stubbed my
Perfect
toe.
cast,
I
yeah.
can't twinkle toes like he do
Yeah,
in
do the
air.
perfect cast. Okay, so
Yeah.
what do you guys think the best modern day Disney movie is? Like Tangled and Forward.
A Princess and the Frog. Oh, Brave.
Brave
I
was
like
so
Brave.
good.
I like
Brave is
Encanto.
really good. Yeah, it didn't get a lot of. It got overshadowed by
Unfortunately,
Frozen.
Brave
Brave was
Yeah,
got
really good.
overshadowed by Frozen so hard, and so did Big Hero 6, which was like my favorite. I think if I had to choose,
Oh yeah, Big Hero
Big
6.
Hero 6
It's
is
either
good.
I like
Yeah.
Encanto
Encanto.
is dope.
That's
That's my
definitely my
daughter's
favorite.
favorite movie. That's my daughter's
Encanto
favorite
is
movie
good.
ever. She
That's
watches
good.
it like once a day.
The songs are good.
We don't talk about Bruno.
You know, our
We
cousin,
don't talk about Bruno.
the one that we mentioned earlier. I hope she don't kill me for this. She was the one that actually recommended it to me because her daughter watched it and they were
Yeah.
singing the Bruno song, and
No,
I was
it's
like,
dope.
what is
It's
that?
Mm.
It's just telling me about
Encanto probably
Encanto.
has.
Yeah,
Encanto
it was
probably
good.
has.
Funny. That's how I learned about it because
Yeah,
Africa kept singing it. I was
Encanto
like,
see?
probably has the
I was
best
like, what is
music in a
is this
modern
from
Disney
Encanto?
movie.
Oh.
The soundtrack
Yo,
Yes,
is
it
you know what
does.
else we
crazy.
forgot
Yeah.
though? Sing. We
Yeah,
forgot.
Sing is good. Sing is
Sing was
good.
Oh
good.
yeah, Sing.
But it wasn't
Soul
Encanto.
was also
Encanto
good.
but it
And
was
But
good.
what
they're
was?
not Disney though. They're DreamWorks.
But what was the
Okay.
I
one with?
thought Sing was DreamWorks. That's
No,
not
no, that's
Disney.
not the one I was talking about. What was the one? What was the one Jamie Foxx was in?
Soul. You talking about
Yeah, I was.
Soul?
Yeah,
That was
So
really
I had the right letter.
yeah.
I was there somewhere. But yeah, I forgot about
that
Soul.
one was
Soul's
good.
good.
How y'all feel about it?
That was good.
How y'all feel about
They
Zootopia?
I didn't watch
It was
it.
alright.
I
Gotta
don't
watch
think
this.
I've seen
You
Zootopia.
gotta watch Zootopia.
It was
You gotta
alright.
watch
I
it.
seen it. It was
You gotta
alright.
watch it.
I didn't
Okay.
really care to watch it.
I like the Red
Yeah,
Panda movie.
Turning
That one's
Red. That
pretty
was
good
dope.
too.
Oh yeah, that
Seeing
was
Red.
good.
Look,
Yeah, Seeing
Mm.
Red. That was good.
I watch
Yes.
nothing but
Real
Disney
good.
movies nowadays because we got Disney Plus, and all my kids want to do is watch new Disney movies. So I'm
Did you watch? Speaking of Disney Plus, thank you. Did you watch all the African inspired
I did
TV
not.
shows
I
that's
did
been on
not.
there?
I have.
The superhero movies and
What is it
stuff
like?
like
They
that.
got
Those are really good.
what is
I
it like?
Those are really good.
Tribute to like Black heroes.
Basically, kind of like that. They got kind of groups that's kind of like the
Yeah.
Wakandans and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
all different flavors in there.
Now,
It's kind
you
of like
recommend so
the.
much stuff to me, Charles. I'm calling you Charles now. But you did not. You ain't never said nothing about that.
It just
I
came out. First of all, y'all just not paying attention. I'm sorry. Second of all,
I
it's
just said
really
I
good.
seen it.
No. As much stuff as you recommend, you have never said
Mm-hmm.
anything about that ever until right now while we record. I'm like,
Sorry,
seriously?
not sorry. Y'all waited the last minute to talk about this.
You could have brought it
I
My
up.
didn't wait till
bad.
I didn't know nothing about it. I'm
You
not gonna
could.
talk
I
about
figured
know
you
about it.
would.
You could
We
also
gotta
brought
do
it up
everything
though
else.
too.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it won't reach
It
everywhere.
was kind of a jump in situation tonight.
I'm pretty sure I would have said
Yeah.
it when I got the crickets, so it's all good. Now you know.
But no, it's just
Still
as
waiting to
much
hit
as you
Twitter.
want me to watch with all the different animes. Now that's something I know I would watch.
I gave up on your anime, so I know
That's
the
what I'm
secrets you
talking
watch
about.
anime.
That's the stuff that I'm talking about right there. You know I'm talking.
Well,
You
now
know
you know.
exactly what
Guess
I'm
what?
talking about.
I think you
I
might
know.
like.
Now you
I know
know.
now. Thank you. I
Now you know.
appreciate it.
I think you might
You're
Finally,
like
welcome.
Rurouni
See,
Kenshin.
there you go.
Have you seen that?
Uh-huh.
Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin
no.
is hype.
He's not gonna watch it.
You
Rurouni
might.
Kenshin is
You might
hype.
like it.
Did you watch the new
I might
season?
watch
did
the
not.
Did you watch the new
I
I'm
did
season?
watch.
afraid.
Yes,
I watched Lupin
sir.
the third finally.
Is it?
That was good.
It's good.
It's actually.
They
I
did
was
a real
about to
good job
say.
of remastering. Yes. Hopefully, you watch the rest of the animes that came out with the summer stuff.
All right.
But since we're
I know we're probably gonna wrap soon.
Yes.
But real quick, what I want to get out is a quick movie recommendation for you guys. If you haven't seen it yet, DreamWorks. It's a DreamWorks
What's
movie,
that?
and it's
Big Little Tokyo.
it's Bad Guys. Watch it.
Yeah,
It's
I've
a-
seen that.
That one's good.
I
That one's
haven't.
good.
If you haven't
I haven't
seen
seen
it,
that
just
one.
watch it. It's
You said it's
Bad
bad
Guys.
guys.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm gonna go see it.
amazing. Just watch it. The music, the characters, the story,
It is.
all of it. It's amazing. It's
Everything.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
a
haven't seen this,
banger.
but
It's
I
a
know
banger.
what
You
you're
should
talking
watch it. I'm telling you now. Me and my kids
Mhm.
watch it all the time. It's like one of my favorite movies. I enjoy it when they ask for it. It's great. It's so good. Like just the music,
It is
the
good.
characters, the storyline, the plot twist, all of it. It's just amazing. Just if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But that's all I have.
All right.
Did they have
Yes.
Billie Eilish song in there? It would
They
be
do.
perfect.
They used it for the trailer.
I thought it was in there. Okay.
I'm gonna.
But it's not in the actual movie.
Yeah, I
Unless
don't
it's
think
like
it's in the movie
I think
though.
it's maybe in the credits at the very end.
Mm. Probably.
So everybody seen it
Yeah,
but
you
me?
gotta watch it, man. It's not
Sounds
even a
like
long
it.
movie. It's like an hour and some. It's like an hour and some
I'll watch it.
change. I would just pick some time.
I'm not used to movies that short anymore. I'm used to them being
Yeah,
over 2
I
hours.
think Bad Guy's like an hour and 30 minutes. It's like a 90-minute movie. But you'll enjoy it. I promise.
Yeah, you'll like it though.
It's
Okay.
worth it.
If you like bad guys, you'll like it.
All right.
The secret villain.
I will. I guess I'll check in with an update then. To be continued.
Uh,
Maybe.
Apparently, I
yeah.
got
Next
some
episode,
updating
I'm
to
gonna
do my
ask
own
you.
self.
Yeah.
I think we all
Next
do. Right?
episode, I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
ask you how
Charles.
you liked it.
Thank you.
That mean I gotta do it relatively soon. Okay. All right. We'll get this done. All right.
Yeah, we can
Y'all
wrap.
ready to head out of here?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
All
This is
right.
a really good one.
Well, everybody, hopefully y'all get to hang with us again when we do more of these. We hope y'all enjoy kicking it with the Blerds. We talked about some things, had some laughs, some debates,
Yeah.
couple of fights, usual stuff
Some
around
first
here.
reactions.
And hopefully many more to come. So, like, comment, subscribe at our Instagram, our Twitter, and our TikTok. Just look for that 3-headed wolf, and we'll see you next time. Say
Bye.
goodnight, guys.
Good night,
Later.
guys.